They're off in the Kentucky Derby.
Well, the final pool of the Kentucky Derby Future Wager this weekend, Jill Byrne alongside John Asher. And John, last year, if you took the Kentucky Derby winner, I'll have another, you got him at
21 to 1. If you got I'll have another in that third and final Derby Future pool. You got the runner-up Bodemeister, who did everything but win the Derby, at 22 to 1, and I can't even bring myself to tell you what the exacta was with those two. It was huge. So a lot of opportunity in this third pool. Normally it settles down to one individual horse being the favorite in this one. I think that'll be the case in this pool as well, but still a lot of value in that all others wager.
Well, let's talk maybe a little bit of value now. So far with the two pools, we've had over $1 million wagered into those.
Which, about 1.2, which is a very good pool. It's going to right now probably ranks in top 5 all-time pools. So we'll see. The third one is normally the second largest of the three pools. First one's always the biggest. The second pool usually the smallest, and then rebounds on this one because you got some fresh horses in there. People have the Derby a little more in their sights. I think it's a little more so this year because of the road to the Kentucky Derby and the point system and the following there. But also 6 new wagering interests in here, and a horse that is settling as the favorite at this point in Verrazano, who is unbeaten. You know, trying to beat the 2-year-old Hex of no Derby winner since 1882 has ever won this race without racing at the age of 3. But he's 7-2 in this one and a solid favorite.
And he is certainly, I mean, very flashy. But let's look at, you said the field right now at 6 to 1, or all others at 6 to 1. But a couple other wagering interests. You mentioned some new ones. I like War Academy. I was so impressed with his win for Bob Baffert. This is a son of Giants Causeway. No points. He's going to be one and done.
Work to do, exactly. Yeah, he's one too. There are 6 new horses in here, and one that intrigues me is Mr. Palmer, who just kind of burst onto the scene about a week ago. Son of Pulpit, trained by Bill Mott, and just ran incredibly wide. And not sure what he beat in the private terms of Pimlico, but surely did it the right way. He's going to go on to the Wood Memorial. You know, I think he's one that jumps at you. Java's War ran pretty well in the Tampa Bay Derby behind Verrazano and War Academy. But again, 6 new names, including Will Take Charge, who was in Pool 1, out of Pool 2, and back after winning last week for Wayne Lucas. But if you look in that mutual field, I mean, you just think of, you got 23 individual horses here, but it's still very possible the Derby winner is in that group in the all others.
I have a funny feeling the Derby winner could come through Louisiana this year.
You think?
Well, Oxbow, as you know, I'm still very high on him. I think, though, he's probably going to get bet pretty heavily in this final pool. But a couple other horses that are going to run back in the Louisiana Derby, I still really like Code West. And right now, morning line on him in this final pool is 30 to 1. He comes out of that Risen Star race. I think he's going to move forward off of that. And Todd Pletcher, this could be the one that, you know, the super saver for Todd Pletcher this year, Malice. This son of Curlin, I thought his race in the Risen Star was really good. So those are 2 horses I'm looking at, just going to see, you know, how they fare through the weekend, what their odds are. But I think those are 2 maybe value horses.
I'm a big fan of Titletown 5, who's now headed the Louisiana Derby. We thought he was going to run in the Sunland Park Derby this weekend. So you know, he's one of those that he's back in the mutual field after being an individual wagering interest last time. But again, looking at the all others, you've got, you know, a couple of grass horses that really intrigue me are kind of on that group. Now, Noble Tunes, primarily a grass horse. He's one of the new wagering interests in this pool, and he's one that intrigues me as an individual interest. But Rida Luke, who won at Gulfstream a couple of weeks back, he's going to run in the Bluegrass Stakes. Balance the Books has intrigued me all the way through, and he's going to show up in the race at Turfway Park in the Spiral. So those horses could step forward. And again, they're in that all others. That all others, if it stays around 6 to 1, I think it's going to look pretty attractive by Sunday afternoon.
That's a very good wager. So tell everybody the details on this weekend's pool. When does it open? When does it close?
Pool's open on Friday. The pool opens on Friday the 22nd at noon Eastern time, and then we'll conclude at the regular time, 6 o'clock on Sunday the 24th. $2 exacta, $2 win wagering. We've got the exacta pool, which grows with every future wager. That becomes increasingly important, and you can get that in $1 increments as well, wheels and part wheels. But the $2 win wager is the basic. Again, it opens noon on Friday, closes Sunday the 24th, 6 p.m. Eastern.
And you can wager on the Kentucky Derby Future Wager at twinspires.com, the official online wagering site of the Kentucky Derby. For John Asher, I'm Jill Byrne. Good luck in Pool 3 of the Kentucky Derby Future Wager.